2:30 on Saturday, the 28th of March, fire service attended at Mark's address in Copper Beech Close in Quinton. They went in there to deal with a fire that had been reported, and after dealing with the fire, quickly established that there was a body of a man in the downstairs of the house. We contacted the police, and obviously an investigation has been in place since that time. We now know that that person is Mark Clarkson. His identity has been confirmed. His family are now aware. We know that Mark had been subject of an attack. We know he had been assaulted and had received injuries to his head and his face. We also know that his hands and his feet had been bound. I think that's already been reported, which has confirmed that that is the case. I'll just emphasise this is a murder investigation. We know that Mark Clarkson went to the Select and Save shop on Court Oak Road in Quinton on Friday, and we know he was there at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 3 p.m. We know that he, having made a purchase there, he went home, probably would have got home around about 3:15. But we don't know where he was, who he was with and what he was doing between 3:15 on that day and 2:30 on Saturday the 28th, when the fire service obviously went into his home address and found him. So we are appealing for anybody that spent any time with Mark during that period, anybody who saw him out, who saw him at any other place or saw him with anybody else, or who has any information as to where he may have been, or may have seen anybody go to his address, any cars go to his address, taxis, anybody such as taxi drivers who would have dropped anybody off in that location between those times. It's absolutely essential that we fill in that gap and that we build up a complete picture of Mark's movements during those times. Would urge people to contact us. We can treat them with confidentiality, but as I say, I must stress it's absolutely vital that we find out who Mark was with and what his movements were within that 23.5-hour period. We know that he died as a result of what happened in the house, but the exact cause of death is still being investigated. I mean, clearly we're looking to find out what happened there. What I will say is that we're talking about 2 or 3 injuries. We're not talking about something that I would describe as torture. It's obviously a very emotive, very strong description. I wouldn't use that term. We know that he was a single man. Was divorced some years ago. 48 years old, as I say. Well educated, has held responsible jobs in the past. Has not worked for a little while. Would be quite well known, as I say, in the area, having lived there for quite some time. Shops, frequents local pubs. We know that he's got, or he had, I should say, circle of people, acquaintances, friends who would visit his home address and that he would socialise with. Clearly, potential motives we're investigating, or the potential that robbery or theft from the premises, that he's been involved in an argument or a fight that's escalated with somebody he knows. But clearly, there may well be reasons that we're not yet aware of that have led to what's happened. He's come to the notice of police on one occasion, and that was not for serious crime. That's all I can say on that. And that was a couple of years ago. But certainly nothing recent and nothing of any violent nature or anything like that.